This week we're taken to the skies with flight risk.
Ask and you shall receive.
I can't do it. This week,
Hey, Gary, what's going on? Is this Flick Clubs? Say hello to your ma.
We're gonna take to the skies.
Flick Flops are unfiltered reviews of all of the movies we chose to view. We love some and other we've simply hated. You can find out by how much we rated.
This week, we're taken to the skies with Flight Risk, the latest thriller directed by Mel Gibson, starring Mark Wahlberg as a dubious pilot, Michelle Dockery as a determined U.S. Marshal, and Topher Grace as a fugitive with secrets. This high-altitude suspense promises turbulence, but does it soar to thrilling heights or crash under its own weight? Let's find out. Flick Flops.
Oh, God.
Worst. That's the worst Bill Clinton impersonation.
It is. It's not a bad Marky Mark, though. Mark Wahlberg, yeah. Flight Risk, yeah. Hey, guys, what's going on? Need a pilot? I could do it.
Hey, Andy, what's the Rotten Tomatoes?
Rotten Tomatoes says this thing currently, Gary, right now as we speak, the tomato meter, or tomater, 29% with the critics, 62% with the audience. So, you know, do what you want with that.
I think we should start our own critics page, and we'll invite our friends in. And instead of Rotten Tomatoes, this is a dumb joke. I'm not going to finish it.
Okay.
Anyway,
Damn, bails halfway through it.
really bad joke. Yeah, I'm not even going to finish it. Andy, that's the Rotten Tomatoes. Why don't we let's just go ahead and do our ratings. A quick reminder that our rating system is unconventional. We don't hand out stars, we hand out poos and TPs, up to 5 of them. And just to add more confusion, the more we give, the crappier we think the film is. Crappier, get it? Yeah, it's dumb, but that's the way we do it.
All right, you ready?
Yeah, you want me to go first?
Go first, baby.
Look, we recently reviewed another film that I felt the same way I felt about this one. I gave this movie 2.5 TPs.
Yeah.
Which I'll go further into in a moment after we hear.
Look, I'm right there with you. 2.5. This was poops. 2.5 turds. This I like these kind of films, so I'm not going to justify and just say, well, it's art intellectually. That's on the. It's the Citizen Kane of like
Right.
take hostage movies, which
Right.
maybe it is, but I like these kind of films. I'm a simpleton. There, you could put it down there.
That's what we'll call the site.
The simpleton meter, the simpletometer. So yeah, look, it's basic. This film was it's exactly what it advertises.
Yeah.
To me, the most disturbing thing was Mark Wahlberg in the bald cap.
Because why?
It adds 0 to the script.
That was unnecessary. Like, so you can fit me with a ball cap. I mean, why?
I mean, I imagine the meeting went like this. Like, I want my character to have some depth. Put me in a bald cap, and then the guy's like, "What did he just say?" I mean, you don't. No, I'm feeling. I'm method. I'm in my character. It's like, yeah, he doesn't need to be bald. There's 0 reason for it. Yeah, but I'm feeling it.
Yeah, but an Alaskan pilot with about that age up in Alaska, I've already done all the math and checked it out, and they're all bald, so I got to be bald.
Yeah, and then look, nothing against bald people. It just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't move the script one or the other.
Bald people,
exactly. It's distracting for no reason.
It is.
That's the other thing. It's just
you're like the whole time you're like, his wrinkles only go to right here. Like,
yeah.
I mean, you start looking at the bald cap, and you stop focusing the part where he's chained up, and the whole time you're just looking at his head. Like,
right. It's a little.
It is distracting. I don't know why that was a choice, but it was a choice.
Yeah, it was. But
look, fairly short running time. It's not a long movie. It's pretty quick to the point. I mean, there's not a lot you can do in a small little plane.
Yeah, that's true.
But I mean, I didn't think it was. I actually was just like, this is not that bad. Like sometimes you see movies and you're like, everybody's knocking this film, and then you go into and you're like, this isn't that bad. What the heck?
Right.
And I think that's an expectation thing. I did not go into this expecting, like you said, the Citizen Kane of
flight
transporting
hostage movie.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, of all the ones there's this one
and Con Air.
Con Air.
Maybe so, there's
out of those two, this may be the Citizen Kane. Put the bunny down. Yeah. Well, I mean, if this would have had Nick Cage, that would have just put this thing over the top. But you know,
right.
Look, this, like I said, this movie is exactly what it advertises. It is this is a fun ride. Again, you got to imagine this most of this film is set inside of basically like a bigger Cessna. You know, it's a small plane, and they get a lot of action out of it. They get their money's worth out of this little bit of this scene. And then there's a little bit of the twist because there's someone who's undermining some of this. Yeah. And when you think you got it figured out, and then there's some twists, and you're like, wait a minute. And so you got a little bit. I mean, you may have figured out, Gary. I was kind of at the end. I was like, I'm not positive yet where I'm at with this. You know,
I will say one thing that I found funny at the ending in the credit scene is I couldn't help but notice that the voice of one of the actors that she speaks to, the one that she's flirtatious with, that actor did the voice. And the guy at the end of the film that waves to her, because he's the one she's been talking to, is a different actor. That was funny to me.
I didn't even put that together.
Yeah, I was like, but why?
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's unnecessary. It's like a bald cap on Mark Wahlberg.
There was a lot of weird decisions. And, you know, the other thing, this is not a movie that you pay attention to the directing of. Mel Gibson has been known to do some really great films. And to me, it was one of those things where it was like, I mean, there's nothing to say it's a Mel Gibson film to me. Not that that's a knock. It's just more of a, like, that was interesting that he decided to take on this project. You know, it doesn't seem like it's the kind of stuff that he does normally, but whatever.
Yeah,
I mean, still an entertaining enough movie. It wasn't.
I'm trying to look at his filmography here while we're.
He hasn't, as far as I know, he hasn't directed since directing Hacksaw Ridge in 2016. That's what I have in my notes. I could be wrong.
I'm looking. Anyway, it's too much to look up. I should have done this ahead of time, but anyway.
Come on, Andy.
I just thought I would maybe pull off and compare some of them, but yeah, I mean, I didn't even know Mel Gibson directed it until you read it in the opening. That's how much I didn't pay attention to the direction, because it was this doesn't, like you. There's nothing that says, oh, that's got to be a Mel Gibson flick. You can tell by the way it's poor decisions were made.
Look at some of his movies. Braveheart, big epic movie. Passion of the Christ, it's an epic movie. Apocalypto, another epic movie. Flight Risk, a 90-minute action thriller.
Right.
It's like, it just seems out of place.
Well, it's like you want to say, like, what you do in this plane cabin will echo in eternity. And I didn't get that feeling at all. At all. But it's a fun movie. It's like watching a Rambo movie or something, you know?
Yeah, I don't want it to seem like a knock. It's not a knock at all.
It's like put the Expendables on. Like I don't expect high art from it. I got exactly what I wanted out of this, and I was enjoyed and thrilled.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. So yeah, it's a good film.
Only a couple question marks. That's it. Just all cap. Why?
Yeah.
Why was it? And the voice actor. Why? I don't know.
And I didn't catch. I think it was Gary. You could probably tell me. I could look it up. The voice on the phone of her, the female. Was that Leah Remini?
Yes, it was.
That's what I thought it was Leah Remini, right?
Yep.
I feel like I saw that, but I wasn't going to be 100% on that.
Yeah.
Because she's got a really distinct voice. It's like having Fran Drescher do a voice. Like, well, I know who that is.
Right. Yeah.
The phone call's coming from inside the house. Get out. What?
More of that. Let's do that. Let's put that at the beginning. Oh, wait. Actually, it's according to this, Wahlberg shaved his head for the role.
Get out of here.
That's what it says in the notation here.
There's no way he would do
Would that be real?
I would never.
Okay, it makes me revisit the question mark of the bald cap. Okay, maybe it wasn't a bald cap, but I gotta tell you, it looks weird.
I'm looking up while we're talking.
Andy, quick Google.
I am. I'm looking it up.
How weird. I just noticed that in these notes here. Like, what the heck? Could it be true? This is the Googling music.
It says here, according to People online, people.com, People magazine, headline, Mark Wahlberg surprised wife with his shaved head for flight risk role.
Wow.
The actor chose to have his head partially shaved each day while filming the new movie Flight Risk rather than wear a bald cap.
Because he thought it would probably look fake. It still looks fake. That's what's amazing. Wow. Look at you. Your mouth is hanging open.
I'm reading this. Like his quote, there was no bald cap. I shaved the middle and left the horseshoe around the sides. We just shaved it, he says. They would shave the top as close to the scalp as possible every day, obviously, because we didn't have any stubble or anything. So I just hit it with a hat. Why would you do that? You're not going to win an award for this film. They're not going to be at the Oscars going, and listen, ladies and gentlemen.
That's commitment to a role.
I mean, look, I know there's some competition for this category, but he shaved his head for a movie that just didn't even need it. Did you do that? No.
Me?
Anybody? Anyway, that's dumb. It's been said. It's been foot is down. That's dumb.
Do I have to take the hat off again, Andy?
Don't do it, Gary. Don't. It's not worth it.
Anything else?
No, I'm shock and all here, man. What's going on?
I can't believe during this episode we discovered that it was not a bald cap.
I'm in the upside down. Next thing you'll tell me, this says murder.
Right. Hello, Mrs. Torrance. Anyway, so thanks everybody. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know if you saw Flight Risk. What did you think about it? Did you think it was middle of the road like we did? Just a happy little action thriller.
And listen, don't shave your head to chime in. It's not necessary.
Yeah, you don't have to do that. You can wear a bald cap though.
That would be more fun if you could pull that off. So
I'd like to see that.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Just goodbye.
Goodbye. I'm not doing it.
And Gary are coming to you with a new movie they like to review. Whether they liked it or you will soon see by their rating amounts of poo or TP. They rate things different than other shows. The higher the amount, the more it blows. Flick flops are unfiltered reviews of all of the movies we chose to view. We love some and other we've simply hated. You can find out by how much we rate it.
This has been a Touch of Madness production, brought to you by the creative minds at Tommy Twins Media.